Hello everyone, Michael here, part-time gamer, full-time dad, and welcome to the quick and dirty Q&A from the 1000 sub giveaway video. I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible since I got far more questions than I was anticipating, and I don't want to leave anybody out. As a side note, if I mispronounce your name, well, sorry, I suck with names. So first up, we got Charlie Sparrow who asked, what if I already have Overwatch for PC? Well, Charlie, lucky for you, it's a game code, so you can give it to a friend for Christmas or really do whatever you want with it. Second up is Kreger, who asked, how do I get good at Overwatch? Well, I heard there's this super scientific mathematical formula about what heroes, champions, whatever, work best on which maps, increasing your odds of winning. You know what, I actually have no idea. I would say just practice, or really don't care about your skill and just have fun. That's what I do. Third is Zplay, who asked, what is your favorite anime? Well, that's pretty easy. I would say it's Attack on Titans. Although Black Butler is a close second, and Death Note is pretty high up there as well. I'd say it kind of goes between those three. Fourth, we got New Jersey RP who asked, what is your favorite car? Well, New Jersey RP, I am the furthest from a car person you will ever meet. So I'm just going to kind of change your question to what do I currently drive, which is an 02 Nissan Pathfinder. Gets me from A to B, and it does well in all weather, which is what I experience here, so it works for me. Fifth up, we have Shaun Ambrose with the first WoW related question. What is your favorite spec? Well, it's going to sound a bit odd, but I would say it's enhancement shamans. The funny thing is I don't even have a max level shaman. I've just always really liked the spec. Sixth is Buizel NX, who asked, who is the most influential person in your life? That is an extremely tough question, I'd have to say. The person that has the most influence over my actions would most certainly be my wife, but the person that I look up to the most, maybe order or model myself after, if that's what you're trying to get at, I don't really know. I've never really thought about that, so I know that's a non-answer, but unfortunately I just don't have one. Seventh, we have Senan Hassett, who asked, what's the best part about being a content creator? I would have to say getting comments on my videos when I've actually helped someone out. It always makes me feel good. Eighth, we have jakobgreenwave, who asked, what's your favorite game? Is it Overwatch? Well, I'm going to be honest on this one. No, it's not, and it's not even WoW. Don't get me wrong, obviously I do like playing WoW. However, I would have to say Doom, the new one, the 2016 version, is probably currently sitting at the top of my favorites game list. Ninth, we have Green Eska, who asked, well, how are you? Well, Green Eska, I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. At number 10, we have Jose Felix, who asked, what books do you like to read? Again, I'm going to kind of change this question. Instead of stating what types of books I like to read, I'll give you a couple of my favorite authors. Personally, a huge Stephen King fan, have been pretty much all my life. I've also read some Orson Welles, that stuff's pretty heavy. But I'd have to say my favorite book, or it's actually a graphic novel, is called Mouse. If you've never read it, I'd suggest you look into it. It's quite good. At number 11, we have Max X, who asks, what's your dream job? What is the job you want to do forever? Well, Max, that's a good question. My dream job would be kind of a three-part combo. Part 1 would be that I'd want to build new systems, new PCs for people looking to get into the gaming market. Secondarily to that, obviously, would be to continue YouTube. And third part would be streaming. At number 12, we have Hollywood Burford, who asked, what's the meaning of life in under 10 words? Well, that's easy. It's 42. At 13, Vincent Brown asked, favorite video you've made but not necessarily on YouTube? Well, Vincent, I've never made videos outside of YouTube, so I'd have to say my early PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds montages, those were a lot of fun to do. Unfortunately, YouTube demonetizes them, so they're not really necessarily worth making. At 14, it's Doug Rockford, who asked if I had any interest in classic WoW. Well, I did make a video about this, but the quick and dirty is not a whole lot. I'm a guy who likes to watch things evolve. Blizzard has certainly made mistakes, but I think Legion is better than classic for me. That being said, odds are I will be checking it out. That will depend wholly on the cost. Link to that video will be down in the description if you want to check it out. 15th is Kent Bolstrom, who asked how many kids I have and what are their hobbies. Well, Kent, I have 2 kids, 6 and 4. My son is into anything on electronics, and my daughter is into anything artistic and Lego. So one takes after me, and one takes after my wife. I'm sure you can figure out which way that goes. 16th is Gooey Enemy 13, who asked, what type of games do you like the most? I like WoW for the community feel, obviously, through my guild, but I also really enjoy single-player games, mainly first-person shooters. That way I don't need to rely on anyone else, and I can't let them down. So let's do maybe 3 more. 17th, we have Richard Paschal, who asked, what's your favorite thing about being a dad? I'd have to say being smarter than two people. No, but in all seriousness, maybe the feeling I get when my kids learn something new and the excitement they exhibit when that happens, I don't know, it makes me feel good. 18th is Nahayan160 Ahmed with, did you enjoy YouTube Rewind 2017? It was okay. I don't follow a lot of massive creators, so I only really knew like 5 people. The channels I do follow aren't the types to usually be featured in Rewind. I saw an alternate version which was, I think, far better. I'll link it down in the description below as well. 19th we have MJK Plays with, how did you get to this state in YouTube? Well, MJK is basically you gotta grind it out. I found something I like that was missing in the space, which is short ass WoW guides, and I just rolled with it. And last question for this video, of which I'm now realizing there will definitely have to be 2, is Chris Hanna with the most serious question I think I was asked. Do you put pineapple on pizza? You know what, Chris? I don't normally, if I have a choice, but my kids like it. So I'm kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place on that one. I will say though, no judgment though against those who do. You do you. I personally do enjoy pineapple. And you know what? One bonus for the 21st slot, Daniel Van Andel asked, what's my ideal PC would be? And instead of giving a huge long-winded answer, check the description for the PC part picker link. I will give you one quick spoiler though. It's a beast. I mean, if it's your ultimate PC, it's gonna be a nice $10,000 rig probably. Anyways, thank you all for taking a few minutes out of your day to listen to me ramble on about myself. If you enjoyed this, keep an eye out as there'll definitely be a part 2. If I get a ton more comments in the next week, as there is 1 week left on the contest, I may just have to add in a 3rd video and most likely even a 2nd prize, probably a Steam game. I've got a few kicking around that I haven't redeemed. Anyways, we'll see. Thanks and see you in the next one.